Hello people, I'm Daniela.
I'm Zignny.
I'm Wilson.
Welcome to the show.
We're gonna talk about interesting topics.
So, what's going on in the news today?
Yes, Danny, I have bad notices. A disaster occurred in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Well, the report of the news in Haiti says that on January 12 in 2010, a devastating earthquake struck Haiti, raising much of the its capital to rubble. It was the worst earthquake in the region in more than 200 years. A study by Inter-America's Development Bank estimates that the cost could be between 7.2 billion to 13.2 billion, based on a death toll from 200,000 to 250,000.
That's terrible, Wilson. But Danny, tell us about something funny.
Something funny? Ibiza is the second smallest of the Balearic Islands and one of the most beautiful. Although it has a reputation as a party island, there is much more to Ibiza than its amazing nightlife, with over 15 delightful beaches, sheltered coves, with the summer season for the clubbers and the rest of the year much more peaceful and laid back.
Oh, Danny, that's really cool. I wanna go there.
Me too. So, Zignny, do you have any recommendation for today?
Of course, Danny. Angels and Demons. It is a best-selling. It was written by the American author Dan Brown and published by Pocket Books. The novel introduced the character Robert Langdon, who's also the protagonist of the Brown's novels The Da Vinci Code and The Lost Symbol. It also shares many stylish literary elements with the sequel, such as conspiracies of secret societies and the Catholic Church.
Zignny, this novel is a real page turner. Okay, girls, do you know about something high tech today?
Yeah, Wilson, we know about an invention that produces cheap energy.
Putting thousands of jellyfish in a blender to make a smoothie sounds like a start of bad joke. In fact, it's one way to source ingredients for a new generation of solar power solution that could aid medical science and offer cheap energy.
Yeah, scientists say by liquid design the Hubble Aquaria Victoria, a glow in the hellfish commonly found off the western coast of North America.
No kidding, this is a good invention. Well, I'm going to tell you about someone who had a difficult life.
Is Kurt Donald Cobain, who was an American singer, songwriter, musician, and artist, best known as the lead singer and guitarist of grunge band Nirvana. Nirvana was considered the flagship band of Generation X, and Cobain hailed as the spokesman of Generation. Cobain, however, was often uncomfortable and frustrated, believing his message and artistic vision to have been misinterpreted by the public, with his personal issues often subject to media attention. He challenged Nirvana's audience with its final studio album in Utero. During the last years of his life, Cobain struggled with heroin addiction, illness and depression. His fame and public image, as well as the professional and lifelong personal pressure surrounding himself and his wife, musician Courtney Love. On April 8, 1994, Cobain was found dead at his home in Seattle, the victim of what was officially ruled as suicide by a self-inflicted shotgun wound to the head. The circumstances of his death have sometimes become a topic of fascination and debate.